Hello, today we are going to look at resistors connected in series. And of course, a resistor is a device that limits the flow of electric current. Now, let's go straight to business. Now, when resistors are connected end to end, they are said to be connected in series. And this is the symbol for a resistor. Now, it's either this, all right, or this. So when you see any of these two, you know that I'm referring to a resistor, all right? So now, when the resistors are connected in series, they're said to be connected end to end, all right? So if I draw something like this, these two resistors, R1 and R2, are connected in series. If I can still write this, I can still draw this like this. For instance, I can draw this like this. R1, R2, and you see that they are still in series because they are connected end to end. All right, this is just like a wire. This line is like a wire that was bent, but they are still connected in series. If you straighten the wire, you find out that they are connected in series. All right, so when resistors are connected end to end, they are said to be connected in series. Now, so let's look at this. So this is R1, this is R2, this is R3. Now, if you look at the diagram very carefully, you see that this is I1, this is I2, this is I3, this is V1, this is V2, this is V3. Now, what you have to take note of is that when resistors are connected in series, the same current flows through them, but different voltage or different potential difference flows across them. Now, I wrote it here, I said notes. The same current flows through each resistor. Take note of that. But different potential difference flows through each resistor. That's different potential difference flows across each resistor. All right, different. All right. So what I'm trying to say is that what V1, the total voltage is going to be what V1 plus V2 plus V3. All right. The total voltage in this circuit, all right, is going to be what? V1 plus V2 plus V3. All right, take note of that. But for current, your total current is equal to I1, is equal to I2, is equal to I3. All right, the total current is equal to I1, is equal to I2, is equal to I3. So the total current flowing in this circuit, this is a voltage here, this is a voltage source, all right, that is supplying voltage to this circuit. But I want you to know that the total current flowing through this circuit is the same current that will flow through this first resistor, flow through here, flow through here. But the voltage flowing through here, this resistor R1, is different from the voltage flowing through here. It's different from the voltage flowing through here. So the total voltage is going to be V1 plus V2 plus V3. But the total current here in this circuit, all right, is going to be equal to I1, equal to I2, equal to I3. Take note of that. Now, let's look at, if we want to find the total resistance, I hope you've taken note of this. Please take note of this. If you want to find the total resistance of resistors connected in series, how do you do that? Now, it's very simple. Just stay with me. So if you want to find the total resistance or equivalent resistance, all right? So persons call it total resistance or equivalent resistance. Let me use a red marker here so that you can understand what I'm writing. All right? We want to find the total resistance or the equivalent resistance in this circuit. How do we do that? Now, the total resistance, all right, is going to be R1 plus R2 plus R3, all right? So you just have to add this, and you've gotten the total resistance or the equivalent resistance, all right? Now, you can, even though you have 5,000 resistors connected in series, just add all of them, all right? And you are going to get your total resistance or your equivalent resistance. All right. Now, let's quickly look at an example. Let's look at how we can find the total. Let's look at an example. Let's see how we can find the total resistance or equivalent resistance in a circuit. Now, look at this question very closely. It said, we're given this circuit, all right? Now, this is a 2 ohm resistor, 4 ohm resistor, 6 ohm resistor, all connected in series. I will ask you to find the total resistance, find the current flowing through each resistors, and also find the potential difference across each resistors. Now let's solve the first one. We're asked to find the total resistance. Now remember I said that when you want to find the total resistance of resistors connected in series, we use what? That the total resistance is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Now we could have 4 resistors connected in series, you see, be plus R4. But here, because we just have 3 resistors, so it's going to become that our total resistance is going to be equal to 2 plus 4 plus 6. Alright? So 2 plus 4 gives us 6. 6 plus 6 gives us what? 12. So we have 12 ohms. Alright? So the unit for resistance is in ohms. Alright? Ohms. Ohms. Alright? Represented with this symbol. Alright? Ohms. Alright? So the total resistance in this circuit is 12 ohms. Now they said find the current flowing through each resistor. Now I told you in the beginning that the total current in a circuit whereby you have resistors connected in series throughout, the total current is the same current that flow through here, flow through here, flow through here. So if we can find the total current in the circuit, we can now know the current flowing through each resistor. Now, how do we find that? We're going to use Ohm's law. All right. So for this is for I. Let's solve for II. All right. So using what? Ohm's law. Now, what is Ohm's law? All right. What's Ohm's law? Ohm's law is what? V is equal to what? IR. All right. Using Ohm's law, which is V is equal to IR. Now, what's our V? Our V is the total voltage. All right. So our total voltage here flowing through the circuit is 8 volts. What is I? I is our what? Total current. What is R? R is our what? Total resistance. Our total resistance here is 12 ohms. Alright? So meaning we're looking for current I. Alright? We're looking for current I. Alright? Or let's just say the total current. Alright? Which we don't know. Now if we make I the subject of formula, we have V is equal to IR. If you make I the subject of formula from here, you divide both sides by what? R. You're going to have I is equal to what? V over R. So you are going to have the total voltage over the total resistance. So the total current is going to be total voltage over total resistance. So IT is going to be equal to what? Now the total voltage is what? 8 divided by what? 12. Alright? 8 divided by 12. So now it's going to be what? Now 2 can go here 4, 2 can go here 6, 2 can go here 2, 2 can goes here 3. Alright, so we have what? 2 over 3 ampere. Alright, because current is measured in what? Ampere. Alright, so we have 2 over 3 ampere. Yeah. 2 over 3 ampere or 0.67 ampere. Alright, to 2 decimal place. So now I told you that the total current flowing through the circuit when resistors are connected in series is equal to I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I3 is going to be equal to what? 2 over 3 ampere or what? 0.67 ampere. Alright? So the current flowing through each resistor is what? 0.67 ampere or 2 over 3 ampere. That's in fraction or in decimal. Alright? Now we're asked to find the potential difference across each resistor. Now how do we do that? It's very, very simple. We're still going to use Ohm's law. Alright, so let's quickly do that. So we want to find the potential difference across each resistor. We want to find the voltage flowing through the 2 ohms resistor, the 4 ohms resistor, and the 6 ohms resistor, because of course we know that the same voltage is not flowing through them. Alright, so how do we do that? Now we're going to use the same Ohm's law we used earlier. So using Ohm's law, all right, using Ohm's law, which says what? V is equal to what? IR. All right. Now, to find the voltage across the 2 ohms resistor, voltage across the 2 ohms resistor, for us to find it, we're going to use I times R1. All right. Now, why am I saying I? I'm saying I because the same current flows through this. The total current flowing through these resistors, the same current flowing through here, flowing through here, flowing through here. All right. So it becomes that the voltage across the 2 ohms resistor will be what? What did we get? We got 2 over 3 as the current times. Now, what is the resistance, we have 2. All right, so this is going to be equal to what? 4/3 what? Volts, or 1.33 volts. All right, because voltage is measured in volts. All right, now our potential difference is measured in volts. Now I want to find the voltage across the what? 4 ohms resistor. So in this case, it's going to be what? I times R2, which is going to give us what? Now this is 2/3 times, what is R2? This resistor, which is going to be 4. So 2 times 4 gives us what? 8. So this is going to give us 8/3 volts, or what? 2.67 what? Volts. All right, now the next one is the what? 6 ohms resistor. So the 6 ohms resistor, to find the voltage for a 6 ohms resistor, is going to be V 6 ohms is going to be equal to what? I times R3, which is going to be 2/3 times what? Times 6. So 2 times 6 gives us what? 12. And then we have 12 divided by 3, we have what? 4 volts. All right, so divided by 3, we have what? 4 volts. All right, now, so this is the potential difference across the 2 ohms resistor, across the 4 ohms resistor, and across the 6 ohms resistor. Now if you check very well, if you add everything, all right, if you add this voltage plus this voltage plus this voltage, you're going to get a total voltage of what? 8 volts. So can you see that this is very, very correct? So this is how you go about resistors connected in series. Now if you have any question, make sure you put your question in the comment section, and I'll do well to give you an answer. And don't forget, make sure you like this video, share this video, and please subscribe. We need your subscription. Subscribe, share our videos, comment, hit the like button. All right, I love you, and in our next video we're going to be looking at resistors connected in parallel. I love you.